Welcome back inside the Lehigh Arena here in Wellington, where we've been waiting a long time for this. It is the start of round 3 in the OJHL playoff series. Trenton, Wellington, for the first time that's happened since 2016. But it's been a wild ride for these teams to get here. As for Wellington, they beat St. Michael's in 5 games, the Haliburton Huskies in 4 games. Trenton beat Cobourg first in 5 games, the Toronto Junior Canadiens in 7 games. The crowd here has been fantastic in Trenton and in Wellington. We're really looking forward to this series. And the winner of this one will go on to the league final, either against Collingwood or Burlington. So we'll see what that has in store for us. As for this, we'll head up to Brock Ormond and Zach McGibbon, who joins us on the call tonight. Guys, what did you like so far in this series?
Well, Lindsay, the Wellington Dukes and Trenton Golden Hawks, as Jerome Dupont succinctly put it this week when I spoke to him, the fans deserve this. It's been a long time coming, 7 years in the making. The last time these two teams met in the postseason, they met in the second round of 2016 against each other. The G-Hawks won that one in 5 games on the road to a Buckland Cup championship, their first as a franchise, and then eventually onto a national championship appearance. And Zach, the fans really do deserve this because 3 years ago, if you remember correctly, the 2020 COVID-19 pandemic, quite frankly, robbed both teams' fan bases of seeing their teams against each other in what was sure to be an outstanding series. Top 2 teams in the league that year, and now we get here to this series. Again, 2 very strong opponents against each other, only separated by 4 points in the regular season standings.
Yeah, absolutely. You could feel the build-up over here. 3 years in the making, and this crowd has been electric. You could feel the goosebumps on your arm. This is awesome. This is a Battle of Quincy going on right now. It should be a real fun game here, Brock.
Thanks, Brock and Zach. And with that, we had a chance to talk to Jerome Dupont, the head coach of the Trenton Golden Hawks, and assistant coach for the Wellington Dukes, Tyler Longo, as Derek Smith and Julian Jacob are both out serving a 2-game suspension after an incident in Haliburton. So we'll go to coach's comments right now. Thanks for joining us as we get ready for the Southeast Conference Final with the Wellington Dukes and Trenton Golden Hawks. Jerome, it's been a long time. Walk us through the playoff run so far against Cobourg and Toronto.
Well, both tough series. The first one a little different than the second. We obviously finished them off a little sooner. A little more challenging series against the Junior Canadiens, as you'd expect, the #1 team in the whole league during the regular season. But we found a way to get through it, and now we're excited about the Wellington series.
Okay, Tyler, walk us through the first 2 rounds of the playoff series. What did you like with your club?
I mean, I think our compete every day. We were pretty consistent on exactly what we needed to do as a team to be successful. The buy-in from all the guys as the season's gone on and rolled into the playoffs, it's starting to, we're starting to get it. And first 2 rounds, we're very happy with where they went.
Here in Game 1, just doing a nice little ceremonial face-off in honor of the game day volunteers in Wellington. Ben Bonesteel back between the pipes again, and he was brilliant in Game 7 against the Toronto Junior Canadiens. A nice effort overall, making 29 stops against the JRCs and pulling out a huge victory and a winner by Duncan Grube. We'll head to the national anthem, then have the Duke starting goalie. And there is Jacob Osborne getting the nod again for Wellington. In 8 games, he has 7 wins, a 184 goals against, and a sterling .933 save percentage. The Gloucester native has pretty much wrestled away the starting ball from Ethan Morrow and has really looked good. He only allowed 7 goals in those 4 games against the Haliburton County Huskies, and Bonesteel should mention his stats as well down at the other end. He's 7-3 in 12 games with a .275 GAA and a save percentage of .912. JRCs, as Lindsay mentioned, coming off that thrilling 7-game win. And honestly, Zach, with a 3-0 to 3-3 series, I thought for Trenton, it may be curtains, but they found a way to pull one out in the last game against JRCs.
Yeah, especially considering the caliber of team were the Toronto Junior Canadiens, the way that they were able to come back and tie the series, bringing it back into their home ice. But fortunately for the Trenton Golden Hawks, they were able to meet the challenge. Another overtime game, just a crazy series that was. But to be able to go 2 minutes into the period and be able to get that key goal, they got to be feeling the momentum heading into this game.
Dukes are starting out with Jacob Brutenhill, David Campbell, and Ryan Smith. Creo Solomon and Nolan Moser in the back end. The G-Hawks countering with Holmes, LaFay, and Natashak. And this is Ryan Holmes driving in to begin Game 1 of the Southeast Conference Final here from Wellington. Brock Ormond, Zach McGibbon, Lindsey Herron with you. Should be a thrilling series, and between two high-octane teams. Bonesteel, another sharp chance for Wellington. The Jayhawks turn it back around in transition. Fuller scampers down the wing, feeds it back across. Cato with a chance, and Osborne just made his best stop of the game so far. Took it right off the mast. Another chance coming for the Jayhawks as the crowd gets wired up. LaPalme trapped along the boards. It's going to be set free now to Matheson Mason. He'll tug back and feed it on to Moskowitz, avoiding a check in the process. Mason trotting towards the middle. Fed down low. Boyer tries to survey it out front. Put it right there. Bonesteel spreads out off the ice in the last minute. Holding on to it is LaFay. He'll try and drift it out. He'll chip it off the glass. Backing his Dietz. He'll put it right back into a Trenton player's grasp. But LaFay's not going to have any time to do anything with it. This opening period comes to an end. 20 minutes in the books in Game 1 of the Southeast Conference Final Series. It is a 0-0 game, and the shots favoring the Dukes. 8-6 here on your TV. Quinny's presentation of the OJHL tonight, also on Hockey TV, all live all across the Quinny region here from Lehigh Arena. We'll have our intermission featured. And welcome back inside Lehigh Arena ahead of period number 2. 0-0 on the board through 20 minutes of Game 1 of the 2023 OJHL Southeast Conference Final. Brock Ormond, Zach McGibbon, Lindsey Herron downstairs, all with you to bring you the first of potentially 7 games in this series. Shots were 8-6 in favor of the Dukes in that first period, but Zach, still some back and forth. Some hits being thrown, great goaltending as well from Ben Bonesteel especially, and Jacob Osborne. So what do you make of that first period?
Yeah, it's just what we've been saying all period. It's been a chess match. It's been back and forth between both of these teams, and for our longest time in that period, it was 3 shots each. You know, that's just each team trying to feel each other out, trying to find what's that weakness within the other. And we're going to see that continue here in this second period as well.
Bench at a play as we go down to Lindsey Herron.
Thanks, Brock. Appreciate it, and appreciate it as well, Zach. As a big night here in Wellington, it's not just Game 1 of the Southeast Conference Final, but it is volunteer night. Wellington Dukes did a great job pregame here honoring their volunteers. Ed McPherson with OJHL Images had that great photo done that was published today. So on behalf of your TV, Quinny, I mean, a lot of this is made possible because of the volunteers, whether you're Trenton or Wellington, and it's so nice to see all the volunteers with Wellington. Right down from like Betty Masterson, who had the Dukes ticket office open today at 10 a.m. If tickets are going on sale, Betty's your girl. So on behalf of all of us here on your TV, Quinny, a massive thanks to Wellington Dukes fans and volunteers. They make it what this is today.
Thanks for that, Lindsey. And yes, they do. The chuck and puck you see there going on. There's a long list. You just see the edge of it. It's growing with each passing minute here at Lehigh Arena.
You need to get some extra sheets of paper for that.
Exactly, and there's going to be a whole lot of orange cylindrical pucks raining down. Just angled off the stick. Back the other way comes Douglas Nugent. He'll snipe one through. Lucked down, though, quickly by Osborne, and that'll be it for period number 2. So goose eggs again through the first 20 minutes, through the next 20, 40 minutes in the books, and it has been quite the battle between these two teams. 22-19 the shots in favor of the Dukes. Again, slips it up the wall. Not going to get out though on that try. They'll snap it to more open space. Rad has some time to carry through. Rad trucks it across the Wellington line, swings it across off a skate, and they score. And it's Duncan Grube again going hard to the net. It was a little fortuitous bounce, but the Jayhawks will take it. And how about number 77 from Alliston, 17 years old, and he finds a way to get the last 2 goals, key ones. The last goal, the OT winner against the JRCs, and the first goal here of this series.
Yeah, just able to break across, taking that pass from Jaden Rad all alone in front, and Osborne didn't see him. He didn't slide across, and Grube was able to take that loose puck and get the first goal of this one. And kind of surprised it was this quickly into the third period that we got the first goal, but nonetheless a 1-0 lead here for the Trenton Golden Hawks.
Nice work done there by Grube to charge hard to the net. He's a big guy too. He really takes up a lot of space out there, and all he's got to do is just book his way to the net, buck off a Wellington defender, and he's there. As the Dukes will have to find a way to crawl back in this game now. Trenton, 1:29 into the third period here. They come looking for a response with a step shot. Mason save, rebound. LaPalme scores. And there is the answer right away. Zach comes just about 9 seconds or so after the initial goal by Grube, and Luke LaPalme, who was on fire against the Halliburton County Huskies in round 2 scored the series winner, and look at him driving to the net. That's maybe the antidote right there.
Wow, what a response here from the Wellington Dukes, and able to take advantage of a rebound. We were talking about with Bonesteel, his rebound control. He lets that one loose and just able to create some spaces. LaPalme and able to bury it home, and boy, just as quickly as Trenton scored, the Wellington Dukes able to get themselves on the board as well. We're back to a tie game.
The 16 playoff teams. Oiko gets the pass up top, shakes it back to Omar. He'll drag and shoot and score! Power play goal right there. That is the clutch antidote that the Jayhawks may need. Adam O'Mara picks the far corner off the post and in behind Jacob Osborne. And he continues to have himself a whale of a playoff. 2-1, Jayhawks lead 8:06 into this third.
Man, that was the opportunity they needed, and they capitalized on it. Adam O'Mara, usually a forward, but we see him on the defensive side here, and he's able to create some space, find a spot, wire it home, and give the Trenton Golden Hawks a 2-1 lead here.
And that's one thing that O'Mara does so well, is he does create that good space for himself just by his shiftiness and his willingness to, make a couple of different plays to be back at their home farm, which is sure to be rocking. Dukes want to try and tie this game, though. Down by a goal. They've retaken the shot lead as well, 32-31. Wellington does win the draw, push into the corner. Styles holding off. Osborne on the bench for an extra attacker. Dukes haven't been in this type of situation in a while. Puck pulled free, Campbell. Slots it up top. Dietz delays. Dietz goes to the outside. Fuller checking on him. Dietz going around back of the goal. Waiting is Strickland. Feeding up top to Campbell. Campbell playing the rover role in this shift. Here's Dietz with a shot. Banged off a leg. Comes back. Dumped back in deeper again. Less than 30 seconds to go. Styles held up. Fournier takes it away. David Fournier chips it off the near boards and out. This one's going to come just outside the Trenton bench. Dumped in and then it hopped over the stick of Styles. 15 seconds left. That one sails off a stick. Comes free. Chance coming for Podolski to the empty net, and he will sink it home. The Trenton Golden Hawks are going to take a huge Game 1 victory on the road with 9 seconds left. Zev Podolski puts away this one. 3-1 the score for the Trenton Golden Hawks. Dragon, at least in this first game. The final score, Trenton 3, Wellington 1. All 4 goals come in the third period. And the winner on a power play from Adam O'Mara, 5-1. Trenton was out either way. And if this ends up being what we're seeing the rest of this series, it's going to be an absolute barn burner and a banger for sure. Third star is Adam O'Mara. He picks up the game-winning goal, his 5th of the postseason on a winger of a shot in the power play off the far post and in past Jacob Osborne. Osborne himself with 30 saves is named your second star rather. 29 stops, pardon me. And then Ben Bonesteel, of course. What a game he had. 31 stops. And, Zach, you've seen him ever since he's been picked up. Ben Bonesteel is the real deal, and he may just be the type of guy that can steal a series like this.
Yeah, and he really showed it this game. Just been able to make some very key stops.